Let's talk about text coding. First, imagine you were having a conversation with someone while you were walking down the hall together. The two of you would be going back and forth as the conversation went on. It might even look a little something like this. Reading a text is supposed to be like that too. The author writes down everything she wants to say, and you interact with it like it's a conversation. Text coding is a way that you can keep track of your side of the conversation. Here are some common text codes that you might use to show your thinking. Many times we write these codes in the blank space near the spot in the text that triggered that thought for you. Let's check out an example. Let's say you're reading a chapter in your science textbook and you read that the Western harvest mouse is tiny, about 3 inches long. You think, whoa, that's tiny. 3 inches is smaller than my pinky. That seems to be an important feature of this mouse. So you mark that spot with a matching text code. As you continue reading, the author writes that these tiny mice hide extra food underground using holes that were created by other animals. You think, I didn't know mice did that, and you add a matching text code. Maybe you continue reading and you read a sentence about a garter snake, which is weird because you always thought it was called a gardener snake. So you mark your confusion. Are there two different kinds of snakes, or have I been saying it wrong this whole time? In this case, it might be nice to jot down a note along with the text code so that you could remember to talk about your specific confusion. Later, you read that garter snakes give birth to live young. Gross. And it reminds you of the story you read called Rikki Tikki Tavi, except that in that story, the cobra laid a bunch of eggs and was trying to protect them from Rikki Tikki Tavi, who's a mongoose and a natural predator. So you add the matching text code and jot a quick note to remind yourself of what that part made you think about. So, to summarize, think of text coding as a conversation with the author, similar to a conversation you might have in person with someone. Use text codes to mark up the text where you have these thoughts. And sometimes it's helpful to add a note or two to the text code to just remind you of what you were thinking when you look back at it later. Remember, text coding is a way to show that your brain is interacting with and understanding the text, kind of like a conversation. And when your brain is interacting and understanding, that's going to help you with your overall understanding of the content.